Would you both tell me one at a time why in the world a woman who could be at home having babies would want to go into police work?
Well, my father's in law enforcement with the federal government, and it's just kind of been in my blood all my life. I guess he impounded it in my head or something.
Well, I was in law enforcement before I came to Dallas Police Department, and I enjoyed it very much. And I did come to Dallas because more pay, and their benefits are excellent also.
Norma, what kind of law enforcement were you in before?
I was a parole officer in Oklahoma.
Do you think Dallas police officers are ready to accept women on an equal basis on patrol?
There's some reluctance, and I think this is to be expected because a great number of these men have never worked with a policewoman before, and I think that once they have the opportunity to work with a good policewoman, it will, take away a lot of their reluctance and, some of their doubts about this type of a thing working out.
I think that primarily that the officers have accepted a wait-and-see attitude with the women. They will wait and see if they can do the job as measured by their standard, and if they can, I think they'll be accepted.
I think if she does the job the way any normal male rookie would do the job, that she won't have any problems with being accepted in the field, and her respect will be there.
Miss James, these women that are assigned to the academy now, road observation for 4 weeks. I believe there was 8. All 8 of the field training officers were interviewed by the group that selected these young ladies to go into patrol. One thing that manifested itself or was apparent was the attitude of the field training officers. Most of them admitted that they were hesitant at first, and all of them, whether they thought women should be in patrol or not, stated that the women surprised them in their ability to do the job. So I don't think there would need to be any additional PR. I think the women will prove themselves in patrol.
What about the attitudes of police wives? There's been some rumor that the wives are opposed to the notion of women on patrol.
Well, I think the wives of a police officer, rightfully so, are concerned about their husband's safety. I feel like that when the women in patrol prove that they're able to perform the duties, and this will then be accepted by the officers themselves, I feel like the wives will then feel like their husbands are safe and secure in their job.
It's just getting used to the idea, and as soon as, they find out that when we get out there in that car, any time that you take time out for anything other than business, your life is endangered. It's all work. It's no playtime out there in that car.
Do you have any doubts about being perhaps alone on patrol and being called out to the scene of who knows what, and arriving there and finding a 300-pound gorilla who's angry and upset? Do you think you can handle it?
Well, this is the one thing that I have some comfort in knowing, is that we're not out there alone. We might be out there in a car alone, but there's other officers in the area, and of course we don't hesitate on calling on one another, especially out in the field. I noticed during my observation time that they covered each other real well. They didn't expect one officer to go out and endanger his life. They wanted several people there to help him out if possible. So I don't feel that we'd ever be out there completely alone. We could call for help.
Gentlemen, do you feel that there is any area of police work where being a woman will be a particular advantage to these ladies?
Yes, I do. I think that their ability to handle the public will be much greater than the average male officer. I think she'll get better cooperation from the public as a whole.
Does that bother you, being in the light of publicity? Surely you will be, as the first 2 women. People are going to be looking at you. Your fellow officers are going to be looking at you. The press, undoubtedly. If anything should happen that would happen perhaps to a male recruit, it'll get more publicity because you're women. Does that concern you?
I do feel that someday, as more and more women go into patrol, there are going to be things that happen to them just like the men that are already out there. There's going to be a policewoman hurt someday. But, in other departments, a policewoman can be hurt too, serving a felony warrant or anything, because they have opened up almost every other area for women in the department. They have them in homicide and burglary and theft.
Intelligence.
And intelligence. And, you know, of course, women are going to get there and they're going to get hurt. And this first time it does, you know, the press will probably jump right